Hello, boys and girls. So, I'm going to start a new series called Reading with Chase. Yeah. Oh, God, go back up. So, we're going to read a web novel called. Oh. Fuck off. Why is it like dim? Oh, well, it's called Omniscient Reader. I have no clue why my zombie girlfriend is here. I literally just downloaded this app today. We're gonna read this and we're gonna have fun reading it. Yeah. Let's go. Prologue. 3 ways to survive in a ruined world. There are 3 ways to survive in a ruined world. Now, I have forgotten a few, but one thing is certain. The fact that you who are reading this now will survive. 3 ways to survive in a ruined world. A web novel platform filled with the screen of my old smartphone. I scrolled down and then back up again. How many times have I been doing this? Really? Is this the end? I look up again, and the complete was unmistakable. The story was over. 3 Ways to Survive in a Ruined World. Author, TLS 123. 3,149 chapters. 3 Ways to Survive in a Ruined World was a feature-length fantasy novel with 3,149 chapters. Its shorter name was Ways of Survival. I have been steadily reading this novel since my 3rd year of middle school. I read it during the time when I was bullied by illusions. When I ruined my entrance exams and I had to enter a local university. Then the damn random draw went wrong and I was placed in the military unit at the forefront. When I repeatedly switched jobs, now I'm working as a contractor for an affiliate of a large company. Damn, let's stop talking about this. Anyways, author's note. Thank you so much for reading Ways of Survival up to here. I'll come back to you with an epilogue. Ah, the epilogue still remains. Then the next chapter is really the last one. From the end of childhood to adulthood. It had been written over a huge period of 10 years. There was a mixture of despondency. Yeah, despondency. I can't say that. There was a mixture of despondency that a world was coming to an end along with a sense of satisfaction. I opened the comic box of the last message and rewrote the sentence several times. Kim Dok-ha. Writer, thank you for everything in the meantime. I am looking forward to the epilogue. They were sincere sentences. Ways of Survival was my life's novel. It wasn't the most popular, but it was the best novel for me. There were many words I wanted to say, but I couldn't write them. I was afraid that my careless words would hurt the writer. An average of 1.9 hits per chapter. An average of 1.08 comments. This was the average popularity index of Ways of Survival. The numbers of views for the first chapter was... they put the comma in the wrong place. That really messed me up. 12,000. But it fell to 120 for the 10th chapter. And then 12 for the 50th chapter. And by the time it was the 100th chapter, it was only 1. Hits equals 1. I was overwhelmed by the feeling I got when I saw the numerous 1 that appeared on next to the list of chapters. In some cases, there was a 2. But it was likely someone pushing the wrong button. Thank you. The author published a novel with more than 3,000 chapters, with just 1 hit per chapter over a period of 10 years. It was truly a story just for me. I pressed on the recommend board and immediately started tapping on the keyboard. I am recommending a super fun novel. The author wrote me a free complete novel, so I should give him a recommendation. I clicked on the complete button, and comments quickly just appeared. It looks like a new auntie. I searched for this person's ID and they recommended the same novel several times. Isn't his recommendation banned? The author shouldn't do this here. It occurred to me that I had written a recommendation several months ago. In that instance, there were dozens of comments asking for an investigation by spectators. My face flushed with embarrassment. I was sure that the author would read this. I hurriedly tried to delete the message, but it was already reported that the message couldn't be removed. It was upsetting to think that the recommendation written with my sincerity turned out like this. If they even looked a little bit, why didn't anyone try reading the interesting novel? I wanted to give a donation to the author, but I couldn't afford it because I was a salary worker, barely able to make a living. Then I received a notification that a message has appeared. TLS 123. Thank you. A message flew in from out of nowhere. It took me a while to grasp this situation. Kim Do-ha. The author? TLS 123. It was the author of Ways of Survival. TLS 123. I was able to complete it to the end thanks to you. I also won the competition. I couldn't believe it. Ways of Survival won a competition. Congratulations. What was the competition? You wouldn't know because it's just an unknown competition. I wonder if he lied because he was ashamed. But I wanted it to be true. Perhaps I didn't really know. It might be a big hit on other platforms. It was a little sad, but it was good to have an excellent story spreading. I would like to send a special gift to you as a thank you. Gift? It was thanks to my dear reader that the story has come into the world. I gave the writer my email address as he... What the fuck? No. There we go. I don't know what the fuck that was. I gave the writer my email address as he asked. Alright. I got the monetization schedule. Wow, really? When will it start? The masterpiece should have been paid from the beginning. It was a lie. The Ways of Survival was a daily series. So I'd have had to spend 3,000 won a month. I think you divide by 1,000 to get US dollars. I think that's it. It's like $3. I'm not sure. 3,000 won was one convenience store lunch for me. Yeah, about $3, I guess. The monetization starts tomorrow. When will the epilogue be? The epilogue will be tomorrow? Will be paid? Yes. I'm afraid you need to pay for it. Of course, I have to pay. I'll buy the last one. There was no reply from the author afterwards. I logged out of sight. Then I felt pessimism sink in later. The author left without a reply after he succeeded. My admiration turned into petty jealousy. What was I so excited for? In any case, it wasn't my novel. Will he give it a cultural gift certificate? It would be good if it's for 50,000 won. At that time, I was thinking naively. I didn't know anything about what would happen to the world the next day. Okay. It is to be used excessively for gangster mobsters and is meant first team, aka the gang's best fighter. Now it is used more frequently to refer to a school's bad kids, the ones that are constantly disrupting class, getting in trouble, ditching school, smoking, drinking, etc. Source. And that is that was the prologue. I think I'm gonna read a couple more trap episodes, and then we will be done with this video. How long is it? 10 minutes? Holy shit. I got a full video already. I'm Dokha. Dokha. I usually introduce myself to people like this, then the following misunderstanding would occur. Oh, are you an only child? I'm pretty sure Dokha means like only child. Or like single child. It's something like that. I know a tiny bit. I am. But that isn't what I mean. Huh? Then? My name is Dokha. Kim Dokha. Kim Dokha. Highly respected only son. My father gave me this name to be a strong man by myself. However, thanks to the name my father gave me, I turned out to be just a normal single lonely man. In short, it was like this. I was Kim Dokha, 28 years old and single. My hobby was reading web novels on the subway. It's a pretty fucking good hobby, I might say so myself. Then I'll go on my smartphone. In a noisy subway, I raised my head reflectively. A pair of curious eyes were staring straight at me. They belonged to an employee from the human resource team. Yo Sung Ah. Hello, I greeted her. Are you going home from work? Yes. What about Yo Sung Si? I was lucky. The manager went on a business trip today. Yo Sung sat down soon as the seat next to me became vacant. A subtle scent came from her shoulders, making me nervous. Do you normally take the subway? That Yo Sung made a dark expression. Come to think of it, this was the first time I met Yo Sung Ha on a subway train, starting with personnel manager Kang to finance manager Hong. There were rumors that Yo Sung Hong had men from the company driving her home every workday. Yet, unexpectedly, words came from Yo Sung Ah's mouth. Someone stole my bicycle. Bicycle? You can meet by bike? Yes. I have a lot of overtime these days, and seem to be lacking exercise. It was a bit annoying, but it was worth doing. Ah, I see. Yo Sung smiled. Looking closer at her, I can understand the feelings men held towards her. However, it was none of my business. Every person had a genre of life, and Yo Sung Hong was someone who lived a genre different from myself. After the awkward conversation, we looked at our phones. I opened the novel app I was reading on before while Yo Sung Hong. What was this? Wait, was she saying what was this? Or is that like just something that he just added? Oh, por favor dinero? She's asking for money. Huh? Spanish. I see. What does it mean? Please give me some money. Young Sung Hong replied proudly, studying on the subway while going home. She truly had a genre different from me. However, what was the use of memorizing words? You're working hard. Oh fuck, I'm yawning. By the way, what is Doc Ha Si looking at? Yo Sung Ha's gaze was fixed on the LCD screen of my smartphone. Is it a novel? Yes, well, I am studying Korean. Wow, I also like novels. I haven't been able to read lately because I don't have time. It was surprising Yo Sung Hong liked reading novels. Novels like Murakami, Haruki, Raymond Carver, Hong Kang. I thought so. Young Sung Hong asked, Dokja Si, what writers do you like? You wouldn't even know if I say their names. I've read a lot of novels. Who are the authors? At this time, it was really hard to say that I read. Oh, shit, my mic. At this time, it was really hard to say that I read web novels as a hobby. I glanced at the title of the novel in the app. The World After the Fall. Author Sing Song Shung. I couldn't say that I was reading The World After the Fall by Sing Song. It's just a fantasy novel like The Lord of the Rings. Yo Sung Hong's eyes widen. Ah, The Lord of the Rings. I've seen the movie. I've read the book, bitch. The movie was good. The silence continued for a moment. Yo Sung Hong was looking at me like she was waiting for me to say something. Our conversation was becoming strained, so I decided to change the topic. It has been a year since I joined the company. This is my last year. Time moves really fast. Ah, at that time we both knew something. I mean, it's not yes. At that time we both knew nothing, right? That's right, it seems just yesterday, but the contract period is already over. I realized that I said something wrong when I saw Yo Sung Hong's expression. Yo Sung Hong trailed off. I had forgotten Yo Sung Hong received credit for a foreign buyer last month and was already promoted to a full-time employee. Ah, right, my congratulations are late. I'm sorry, haha. I should have worked hard to study a foreign language. Ah, no, don't see. There are still the performance reviews and I hated to admit it, but the sight of Yo Sung Hong talking was wonderful. It was like the world's spotlight was shining on only one person. If this world was a novel, the protagonist would be such a person. Hold on a second. In fact, it was an inevitable result. I hadn't tried, but Yo Sung Hong made an effort. I just read novels on the internet, while Yo Sung Hong studied hard. It was natural that Yo Sung Hong would become a full-time employee, and that my contract would be terminated. That see? Fuck, I messed that so much. I was doing so good. Yes, if you don't mind, would you like to know the app I use? Yo Sung Hong's voice momentarily became distant. It felt like the world was far away. I braced my mind and stared straight ahead. A boy was sitting on the opposite seat of me on the train. He was 10 years old or so. What? The boy held an insect collecting net as he sat next to his mother, laughing happily. Dokasi, if I had a different life from now, what would my life genre be different? What if my life genre was different? Kim Dok, it was the genre of my life wasn't realism, but fantasy. Could I be a protagonist? I didn't know. It would possibly be unknown forever. However, there was one thing I knew. It is okay, Yo Songha. See? Huh? It won't work even if you tell me the app. The genre of my life is obviously realism. Doka has a solo life. Huh, what? I am just someone like that. In this genre, I wasn't a protagonist, but a solo player. Solo leveling. The life of Solo, Yo Sung had a serious expression on her face. I waved my hand to show it was really okay. I didn't know why, but this person was really worried about me. I must be tired because I keep yawning. Maybe because she was part of the personnel department. I was already aware of my performance, though. Dokasi is really good. Yes? Then I will live an ivory life. Yo Sung Hong seemed to have decided something as she turned back to studying Spanish. I gazed at her for a while before returning to the novel. Everything had returned to normal, but strangely, my scrolling of the novel didn't go well. Maybe it was because I realized the weight of reality that I couldn't scroll down. At the time, a notification appeared at the top of my smartphone. You have one new mail. It was from the author of Ways to Survival. I opened the mail. Reader Nim, my novel will become paid from 7 p.m. This will be helpful. Good luck. One attachment. The author said he would give me a gift. What was the gift? Like my name, I was also a reader by nature. So I was excited to receive the mail. Yes, it wasn't bad living as a reader. I checked the time. It was 6:55. I had exactly 5 minutes before the novel came monitorized at 7 p.m. Then I opened up my list of preferred novels in the app. Since I was the only reader, I could leave a congratulation comment to give strength to the author. However, the work doesn't exist. I had tried typing ruins several times in the search bar, but the result was the same. The bulletin board for Ways of Survival had disappeared without a trace. It was strange. Had there ever been a case of novel being deleted without notification? When I realized it was going to be monetized, at that moment the subway lights turned off and the inside of the train became dark. Keek! The subway train shook loudly and let out a mechanical sound. I grabbed Yo Sung Hong and screamed to grab my arm. Then I heard the sound of other people getting stirred up. Yo Sung Hong gripped my arm so tightly I paid more attention to the pain of light. Oh my god. Might be from reading out loud that I'm yawning so much. Yo Sung Hong gripped my arm so tightly that I paid more attention to the pain in my left arm than the sudden stop. It took dozens of seconds for the train to fully stop. When I heard the confused voices coming from everywhere. Then I heard the confused voices coming from everywhere. What? What is this? In the dark, one or two smartphone lights turned on. Yo Sung Hong still held my left arm tightly. She asked, well, what is going on? I pretend to be unconcerned. Don't worry, it isn't a big deal. Is that so? Yes, it is probably a disturbance from a suicide. The engineer will soon make an announcement. A suicide? Oh. Somebody jumped in front of the train or something? Oh shit, there's an ad playing. I guess no more music. Ha 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 ha. As I finished speaking, I heard the engineer's announcement. Telling all passengers on the train. Telling all passengers on the train. The loud surroundings became calm. I sighed an open mouth. See, it wasn't a big deal. No apology will air and the power will come back on. Everyone, run away! Run! What? There was beeping. The broadcast turned off. Inside of the train became a mess. Don't see. What is this? A bright light flashed in front of the subway train. There was a loud drumming sound, followed by a pop. I don't know if you heard that. Something was heading this way. In the darkness. It was just a coincidence. I saw the clock at this moment. 7 p.m. Tick. It felt like the world was stopping. Then I heard a voice. The free service of Planetary System 8612 has been terminated. The main scenario has started. There was a moment when the genre of my life changed. Dokha can mean only son or reader. See, the most commonly used honorific used among people of approximately equal speech level. The author uses the name of the previous novel in his author's name, but with slight changes. I decided to go with the actual novel translation name while keeping the author's different name for any fans of the novel. Song equals ivory. Nim is the highest form of honorifics, and above C. Sweet. That is the end of chapter 1. So I guess I will end it here, my dudes and dudettes. It was good reading to y'all. Hope y'all have a good time out there. Stay safe, wear a mask. See